Hi everyone, welcome back to our channel. Today, we're going to talk about a serious global health issue that affects millions of people worldwide: obesity. Let's take a look at the top 10 most obese countries in the world. Number 1. Nauru. Nauru, a small island nation in the Pacific, faces severe obesity issues, primarily due to its economic reliance on phosphate mining, which has disrupted traditional lifestyles and diets. With limited arable land for agriculture, Nauru relies heavily on imported processed foods, leading to a significant dietary shift away from fresh, nutritious options. The island's sedentary lifestyle, compounded by a lack of recreational facilities and infrastructure for physical activity, exacerbates the obesity problem. Additionally, cultural factors, such as the perception of larger body sizes as a symbol of wealth and prosperity, contribute to the prevalence of obesity in Nauru. Number 2. Cook Islands. The Cook Islands, like many Pacific Island nations, grapple with rising obesity rates driven by changes in diet and lifestyle. Traditional Polynesian diets, rich in fresh fruits, vegetables, and seafood, have been supplanted by processed foods high in sugar, fat, and salt. This shift is partly attributed to globalization, increased reliance on imported goods, and the availability of cheap, calorie-dense foods. Furthermore, modernization has led to reduced physical activity levels, with sedentary behaviors becoming more prevalent among Cook Islanders, further exacerbating the obesity epidemic. Number 3. Palau. Palau, located in the western Pacific Ocean, confronts significant challenges in addressing its obesity epidemic, stemming from a combination of cultural, economic, and environmental factors. Traditional Palauan diets, centered around seafood, root crops, and fruits, have been overshadowed by the introduction of processed and imported foods. Limited access to affordable, nutritious options, coupled with changing dietary preferences and sedentary lifestyles, contribute to the high prevalence of obesity in Palau. Moreover, economic development and urbanization have led to increased consumption of calorie-dense foods and reduced physical activity levels, exacerbating the problem. Number 4. Marshall Islands. The Marshall Islands, consisting of numerous atolls and islands in the Central Pacific, face a growing obesity crisis fueled by dietary changes and lifestyle shifts. Traditional Marshallese diets, once based on locally sourced seafood, fruits, and root crops, have been replaced by imported processed foods high in sugar, fat, and salt. Factors such as globalization, limited agricultural resources, and a lack of nutritional education contribute to the consumption of unhealthy foods. Additionally, sedentary behaviors resulting from modernization and the absence of recreational facilities further compound the obesity problem in the Marshall Islands. Number 5. Tuvalu. Tuvalu, a small island nation in the Pacific, contends with rising obesity rates due to shifts in diet and lifestyle. Traditional Tuvaluan diets, centered around locally sourced seafood, root crops, and coconut, have been supplanted by imported processed foods and sugary beverages. Limited access to fresh produce, coupled with economic constraints and changing dietary preferences, contribute to the consumption of unhealthy foods. Furthermore, sedentary lifestyles resulting from modernization and the absence of recreational facilities exacerbate the obesity epidemic in Tuvalu, posing significant challenges to public health and well-being on the island. Number 6. Tonga. Tonga, located in the South Pacific, faces a significant obesity epidemic, driven by cultural, socioeconomic, and environmental factors. Traditional Tongan diets, characterized by a reliance on root crops, seafood, and coconut, have been overshadowed by the introduction of processed and imported foods. Economic development, urbanization, and changing lifestyles have led to increased consumption of calorie-dense foods and reduced physical activity levels among Tongans. Moreover, cultural preferences for larger body sizes, coupled with limited access to nutritious options and sedentary behaviors, contribute to the high prevalence of obesity in Tonga, posing serious health risks for its population. Number 7. Samoa. Samoa, situated in the Pacific, grapples with a growing obesity crisis fueled by changes in diet and lifestyle. Traditional Samoan diets, rich in fresh fruits, vegetables, and seafood, have been replaced by processed foods and sugary beverages. Economic development, urbanization, and changing cultural norms have contributed to reduced physical activity levels and increased consumption of unhealthy foods among Samoans. Moreover, limited access to nutritious options and the absence of recreational facilities exacerbate the obesity epidemic. The prevalence of obesity in Samoa poses significant public health challenges, necessitating comprehensive interventions to address the issue. Number 8. Kiribati. Kiribati, a Pacific island nation, faces significant challenges in combating obesity due to a variety of factors. Changes in dietary habits, including increased consumption of processed foods and sugary beverages, contribute to rising obesity rates among Kiribati's population. Limited access to fresh produce, coupled with sedentary lifestyles and cultural preferences for larger body sizes, further exacerbate the obesity epidemic in Kiribati. Additionally, economic constraints and a lack of nutritional education pose barriers to adopting healthier lifestyles. Addressing obesity in Kiribati requires multifaceted approaches focusing on dietary improvements, increased physical activity, and community engagement. Number 9. Micronesia. Micronesia, a region of small islands in the Western Pacific, contends with high obesity rates driven by a variety of factors. Similar to other Pacific Island nations, dietary shifts towards processed and imported foods high in calories, sugar, and unhealthy fats contribute to rising obesity rates. Limited access to nutritious foods, coupled with sedentary lifestyles and cultural preferences for larger body sizes, exacerbate the obesity epidemic in Micronesia. Furthermore, economic development and globalization have led to changes in dietary patterns and reduced physical activity levels, posing significant challenges to public health in the region. Number 10. Kuwait. Kuwait, located in the Middle East, faces a significant obesity epidemic driven by socioeconomic, cultural, and environmental factors. Rapid urbanization, sedentary lifestyles, and the adoption of westernized diets, high in processed foods and sugary beverages, contribute to the high prevalence of obesity in Kuwait. Additionally, economic factors such as high income levels and the availability of inexpensive fast food further exacerbate the problem. Addressing obesity in Kuwait requires comprehensive strategies, focusing on promoting healthier dietary habits, increasing physical activity, and addressing socioeconomic disparities to improve public health outcomes. There you have it, folks, the 10 most obese countries in the world. Obesity is a serious health issue that can lead to many other health problems. So it's important for individuals and governments to take action to prevent and treat obesity.